The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
And welcome into Delaware Live Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell here at the Henlopen Conference Wrestling Championships, brought to you by Sodell Concepts. We're going to start tonight at 132 pounds, wrap around to 126. Scott, been a lot of excitement here in the gym today. You got to see the semis. They were highly contested.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of great matches here today, Benny. In the semis, everybody says the semis are the best matches, the best round. And we saw some really incredible matches. At 215, Patrick Donahue with the big upset, two big upsets. So that was an exciting. It's good to see somebody come deep from the brackets. But we're really excited. Sussex Central in first place with 244 points. Cape in second with 234. CR 30 points back, and then Smyrna, really the top four teams, public schools in the state of Delaware, and four of the best teams traditionally in the conference.
Well, we're going to start at 132, and that's going to bring up two freshmen, Scott. Nate Moore from Cesar Rodney. He's the number 1 seed. He's 31-13, and he'll take on from Cape Henlopen the number 3 seed at 22-7, Nick Walker. They have two previous meetings.
Yeah, and we were lucky to be able to watch both those matches. And really super impressed by Nick Moore, the transfer from Pennsylvania. He's really coming to here in the Henlopen Conference in the state of Delaware. Really wrestled great, real nice kid, respectful, hard worker, so we're happy to see him. Nick Walker, freshman from Cape Henlopen. People in the Henlopen Conference have seen him come up through the ranks, and they know what they were getting with him. I think Moore is a little bit more of a surprise, but two kids we're looking forward to watch wrestle and watch wrestle for a number of years.
Right. Finish up a few announcements here, and first of all, I know one of the people they wanted to thank was Sodell Concepts, providing breakfast this morning to the coaches and the referees. Also, the bracket sponsor, Big Al's Roast Beef, is the bracket sponsor here of today's Henlopen Conference Championship.
Where is Big Al's Roast Beef?
It's a trailer. It's a state fair. It's like a mobile truck.
Well, I'll have to make a note of that.
Right.
I'll have to check that out.
They are the bracket sponsor for this weekend. And we're going to go to the national anthem, folks. Hey, Scott, you know, it's not unusual to see a freshman at 106, 131, but at 132, not just one freshman, two freshmen.
Yeah, and that's exciting to see, and we're happy to see both these kids battling out. Two real tough, hard-nosed, really old-school kind of wrestlers.
Right.
We were getting some updates from the Indy Conference. looks like this here in Delaware. In the last couple of years, Henlopen Conference has really dominated the state. But, Benny, it looks like it's being a little more even this year.
Right. And, folks, get a look at Nate Walker now, because you're going to see somebody looks just like him later on the night. His twin brother, Nick Walker, at 120. So here we go. Underway at 132 pounds. Nick Walker, the red wrestler, in the yellow singlet. Nate Moore, the green wrestler, wearing the blue for Cesar Rodney Riders.
Yeah, the first time they wrestled, it was overtime in the duel early in the season, and then in the state duels when they wrestled, Nick Moore put it on him pretty good. I think it was closer to a major.
They tie up center of the mat.
But it's tough to be the guy 3 times. You know, you say that a lot. It's like 3 seems like the magic number. It's tough to be the guy 3 times.
And Moore in on a high crotch.
Though I've lost to many people multiple times.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
And Moore usually pretty good with his dump series, but he's a little extended here.
Yeah, I've seen him quite a bit use that dump.
And Walker gets the first takedown.
Looks like Walker may have figured that out a little bit because he was susceptible to that dump in the previous matches.
Walker goes up 2-0, 55 seconds to go here in the first period.
Maybe him and Coach Jensen have been working on it this week.
Could have been.
It's one of the great things about wrestling. You can make adjustments. If you can't catch up to a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, you ain't figuring it out in the week.
Yeah, you got to choke up.
Yeah, you got to choke up. I had a baseball coach who said swing earlier.
Moore getting his headgear readjusted. And back to the mat with 46 seconds left.
So some of the other placers, Benny, at 132, Talon Savage placed 3rd. He won 6-1 from Sussex Central. He knocked off Howard at Lake Forest.
Moore with the Grambia, unable to get rid of the bar.
Your 5th place winner from Smyrna is Davis. And your 7th is Knight from Indian River. They'll round out the 132 placers.
Moore got here with a 5-3 victory over Jerusalem Howard of Lake Forest. And Walker with a major decision over Savage.
And it's 4 plus 2 wild cards, possibly?
Correct.
That advance to the States?
Right. Or possibly, we've seen some 7s go. And we're going to end the first period. 2-0 in favor of Walker. He defers.
Traditionally, if you place top 6 at Henlopen Conference, you should get in.
And Moore's going to take the bottom position.
Good crowd here tonight at Milford Central Middle.
Not many seats, yeah. Granby roll again by Moore.
Walker's had a real good tournament. Been real impressed by his maturity.
Right.
You know, the Moore twins, who I've seen wrestle a lot, they just seem older to me.
Right.
They just seem 14, more mature, right? Than 14.
On the edge. Here's still 2-0. And they go out of bounds.
So we'll be picking our wrestler of the match later on tonight,
That's
Benny.
Correct. Yep.
So we'll keep a close eye on that. Caution on green. False start. You get 3 of those.
Until you get a point. So went to switch early. And back underway here in the second period. Couldn't tell if he stopped the Granby or what happened there. But he's up to his feet. Walker in the rear standing position.
I've seen Moore hit that switch a lot to both sides.
And that's going to be a stall call on Walker.
Yeah, really at this point, you might as well just stay there. Yeah, Coach Manley wanted a mat return.
Yeah, he was close to getting a second stall there.
Yeah, I thought he was too. Walker breaks him flat. Looks like he's trying to do a sit-out series there.
Right, sitting into that bar.
Yeah. 30 seconds
Approaching
left.
30 to go here in the second period. Still 2-0. Walker will have choice in the third.
Yeah, a little bit different of a tone to this match than the last couple. Walker knocked off Talon Savage in the semis.
And they're going to call stalling on top. That's a point award to Moore.
That's a huge call. Especially if he can get out here with 7 seconds left.
We do in our practices, even with my young kids, we do it like a 7-second drill, 10-second drill.
Yeah, Moore's got that leg tucked under for the quick sit-out. Granby stuffed him. That's going to be it.
So 2-1, we go to the third. And Walker will take bottom.
Yeah, it's funny because really Moore is good on top. I mean, he's one of those guys you watch with some of his tilts and stuff, and you're like, maybe I'll take neutral.
Right.
Wow, Walker.
Reversal by Walker.
He just muscled him over.
Right.
Yeah, this definitely has a different vibe to the last 2 times they wrestled. He's got to be careful he doesn't get hit for stalling again, riding parallel.
Right. Attempted funk there.
The
Minute 30 to go.
The next stall is 1, right? And
Yeah,
then the next one's 2.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, with a minute 30 left.
Yeah, he's going to come off that hip.
Yeah, he's on that hip still, so you got to be careful. But it's funny because Moore's kind of trying to do that little sit, tilt thing, you know, and Walker's just sticking with him.
And we got out of bounds 103 on the restart.
He's thinking about calling stall again, isn't he? You can see
absolutely,
it. He absolutely is. He's thinking about it.
He's got that look in his eye.
Yeah, I don't know why, but he does. You hate that to change the tenor of the match, but it's true. I mean, it's you can make that argument.
Under a minute to go here. 4-1 lead for Walker. Unable to clear his feet is the biggest problem.
Yeah, that's what keeps happening. 30
Looks like
seconds
he might
left.
have Peterson.
Does. Is he holding 2?
I don't know if he's holding 2 or not.
No. He wants to cut him.
He definitely counted twice.
Yeah. Coach Mitchell saying to cut him. That makes it 5-3. I saw the hard 1 count on the.
I thought he swiped twice.
I think he might have said it was 1-1, but they were out of bounds. Maybe, I don't know. He might call stalling again here.
And that's it. Nick Walker wins the title at 132.
Yeah, we said it. It's hard to beat a guy 3 times sometimes, you know, and when they're young, they're freshmen, they can make adjustments and make moves, so that's exciting.
That's going to move us to 138. That's going to be Stanley Pete from Laurel, 30-6. He is the number 1 seed. He's just a sophomore, and he's going up against Josh Wright, 29-5, the number 2 seed senior from Cape Henlopen.
Yeah, and Heath of Smyrna had a 10-4 victory in the 3rd place match. Dixon of Caesar Rodney, a 9-4 for the 5th, 6th place match. He knocked off Rolivar, the Sussex Central. Furquan of Indian River knocks off Russell Lake Forest in the 7th eighth place match.
And here we go, 138 underway. This is a totally different clash of styles here, Scott.
Totally different. And Pete's a strong, methodical kind of guy. He does have some throws. We've seen him before. But Josh Wright's a different kind of guy. He's an unusual wrestler in that he pins from several different positions. And he's got this crazy kind of body wrap that he does.
Right.
It's like a body lock of some kind, and he kind of rolls it to both sides. I think it's unusual because it's hard to combat against. You can't really drill it in practice, and he does it from bottom too. It's kind of right here.
If I'm his partner, I don't want him doing it in practice.
Yeah, that's the last thing. But it looks like Pete really did a short arm drag. Yeah, this is what's impressed me with Stanley Pete. Even last year as a freshman, this year as a sophomore, right? He's just a methodical guy and doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And Wright's a little bit of lightning in the bottle and can pin from any position. And he's an exciting guy.
He's always in the match.
He's always in the match. And he could pin at any time.
So Wright with the first, Pete with the first takedown. He's up 2-0, looking to run a bar here with 36 seconds to go.
Yeah, Wright's 30-5, and I want to say he's probably got 23 pins. The semi-match was one of the few I haven't seen him pin in.
Pete getting some swipes here.
Pete really wrestling solid.
Yes, and they're going to go out of bounds with 3 seconds left.
These are two really strong, athletic wrestlers. And
Pete on top with 3 seconds to go. He leads 4-0 for the Laurel Bulldogs in the red singlet. Josh Wright, Cape Henlopen in the blue.
Yeah, Wright does that chin whip from any position also.
And that's how we're going to end the first period. 4-0 for Stanley Pete.
Pete's just slowing down right though. He's slowing it down to a crawl.
Well, they're like I said, their styles couldn't be any more different. And Wright's going to take bottom position here in the second period.
Right in the finals last year. Took second.
And then what, fourth in the state, I believe.
And fourth.
Pete also a state place winner for Laurel.
Yeah, and Pete actually had a really good state tournament last year. Wrestled strong. But he looks like a different guy this year. He's bulked up a lot, and
we got in the weight room.
And he looks like a different kind of wrestler this year. It's funny because I thought he wrestled like more like a middleweight as a lightweight last year.
Right. Has the low leg, looking to work up top here.
Yeah, I could see Pete as like by the time he graduates like a 57-pounder.
Oh, maybe even bigger.
65, yeah.
I think we have blood here.
I mean, his technique would be impeccable for a 65-pounder. Right. Not that it's not good for 38, but,
right.
Sometimes it helps to get big.
So 4-0 here. We're going to be on blood time as Stanley Pete. Laurel's at Hearn, I thought was going to bleed out in the quarterfinals last night. And then again today, they've...
yeah, he was bleeding quickly, and then it
must be
slowed to a trickle.
Something in the water is thinning the blood down there. Right. Blood time is over.
Sometimes when you get those thin cuts, man, they just won't stop.
Right. So go back 4-0, minute 6 on the restart. Pete still in the offensive position.
He's jumping a little bit with that back foot, but this is where Wright flips him and pins him from, but it looks like Pete's got it figured out.
Uh-oh, low leg cradle.
Yeah.
He might
He's
get
in
the
trouble,
stick here.
man. 40
42
seconds
to go.
Yeah. That takes a lot out of you, though, in the second period, fighting it out.
And we get 3 back. And blood again.
I think he's calling, I think it's his nose. Oh, it's on his back.
So Stanley Pete goes up 7-0 here, back on blood time.
Yeah, I think Pete's nose is bleeding on to Josh Wright. Sorry.
Pete doing just a good job of countering these are the attacks we see out of Wright, where he tries to wrap around the body and picks you up and puts you back down. And
yeah, he's having none of it.
Nah,
Stanley
exactly.
Pete's not having any of it.
He's like, no, I've seen this before, my man.
Yeah. He's just stuffing them. So 30 seconds left in the second period. Stanley Pete up 7-0.
Stanley Pete, we referred to before, he can't cut weight. He got diagnosed a couple years ago as diabetic, so he went to the weight room. That's where he took care of building that strength up.
Yeah, and strategically, it's a great move. I'm 100% behind that. I think he looks really good this year.
Yeah, he's thinned out. You remember he's been a little roly-poly a couple years ago. And not now.
I'm not one to judge.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just saying what he's done to transform him.
He really has. I mean, it's one of the great things about wrestling, it helps you get to where you're trying to go, goal-wise.
So we move to the third period, and more blood time.
So what, do you get 5 minutes?
Yeah, you get 5 total. And he's only in the first minute.
Yeah. So there's a lot more bleeding to be done before.
That's right, yeah.
before it can be called. So looking ahead to the next match, this is the third period. At 144, we're going to see Andrew Long of Sussex Central, right, and Cole Dempsey.
Right, 4 seed versus 2. Long pulling the upset at 144, knocking off top seed Dustin Elliott, Sussex Tech.
That was an awesome semifinal.
It was. So here we go, 2 minutes on the clock. Third period here at 100 and I guess they don't like says it's still bleeding.
So yeah, Long had a really exciting semifinal.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
just came right out, underhook, double underhooked him and threw him to his back, got 5 right off the bat.
And we did a lot of his football games.
Right.
Just such an athlete, such a player.
Explosive.
Explosive, and that's really how those football guys really should wrestle.
Right.
They should do that kind of stuff if they can. And that's probably the best I've seen Andrew Long wrestle that match. And he knocked off the top seed.
So now we're going to go to the wraparound method.
What do you do? 3 blood time and then you wrap your head?
I guess. I mean, this is our second blood time, and we haven't even got the third period started yet. Just right in a row here. So, I mean, if you're Josh Wright right now, you're Coach Mattione, you're thinking, well, stuff ain't working. Just keep going.
Just
keep
keep
swinging.
doing it, man. Listen.
When you're in a slump, keep swinging.
Keep swinging, man. Shoot or shoot. And that's what I see with him. He's going to come out and keep doing what he did all year. And you only need one of those to work.
Right.
You only need one of those throws or one of those moves, And it's standing room only here, Benny.
Yeah, there's not a seat to be found.
Yeah. Good crowd. Good to see. I feel like attendance took a dip after COVID,
right.
And it's slowly starting to build back. So that's good to see. But, yeah, they're wrapping his face up good.
The only sport with blood time.
Wow.
How about that?
This is what makes mothers say, I don't want my kid wrestling.
There you go.
Yeah.
So Stanley Pete will try to get the third period here underway, takes bottom position, and Wright is going to give him the free release and make it 8-0. So probably a attempted throw
Yeah.
the near future.
And we'll see if Pete stays methodical, stays back, or he opens himself up to an opportunity for Wright to throw him. I mean, Pete's not making any mistakes, really.
And he's doing smart. He's going to make Wright come to him.
Yeah, upset.
As he takes a shot on a high crotch. And another takedown for Stanley Pete.
I mean, you can't say good enough how well he's wrestling right now.
And now we have, is it blood time on Pete again? They're going to put a mask over his face for it's all over with.
I mean, this is like how you torture people, right? Is this like military torture techniques? Man, she's wrapping right over his headgear with the tape.
This is where you learn to breathe in through your mouth.
Or hold your breath for the next minute 22, whatever it is.
Minute 25 left.
I hope Fredman gets that picture. He's going to ride him out. I mean, where do you bleed less, neutral or?
Well, I'd go top so I keep my head down so they don't see it anymore.
Yeah.
10-0 lead for Stanley Pete. Time ticking away on Josh Wright. Still a minute 10 to go in the match. Looking for an elbow roll. I mean, Pete is smartly countering everything.
He's wrestling great. I mean, this is really one of the more dominating performances I've seen out of him in his career. And at a good time.
Drops down to the leg. And he's keeping himself in a safe position. He's got the time to take stall calls. Get some red tape. That's what we need, red tape.
I think he's saying at this point, let him bleed.
Right.
I mean, that looks bad now that I'm looking at it. You think he could be in danger of?
Hey, he's still got 3 minutes.
So if you bleed for 5 minutes straight, the other guy wins.
Default.
Yeah, default, yeah.
But we got 47 seconds left in this one.
I mean, you think they just want to finish it and get him off.
Right.
Cauterize it and get ready for the next tournament.
There you go. I think it's what Stanley Pete wants. He wants to keep wrestling.
The funny thing is he's winning.
Right.
When you look at him, I mean, he looks like he got hit by a Mack truck.
Twice.
Yeah. And he's winning 10-0.
Right, looking to sit. And I think the biggest thing Pete's doing is he's staying in safe spots. You know, he's not allowing Wright to get in those throw positions.
Yeah, and he never got overextended. Yeah, he stayed tight. He kept everything close and tight, didn't get overextended.
Now he's running the big cookie. He's going to get some more back here, looking for the fall. So picks up 3 to Stanley Pete. A reversal for Wright, and then an escape for Pete, and it's 14-2.
Looks like they'll be contentious to finish this one out.
I guess Andy gave him 2 back.
Yeah.
And Stanley Pete is your Henlopen Conference champion at 138, and just a dominant performance, Scott.
Really a great job, great performance.
I think some people probably see that as a surprise.
It's a surprise to me. I mean, we saw Pete wrestle earlier in the year, and you and I were like, man, this kid looks good.
Right.
So I mean, he definitely is hitting on all cylinders right now, and going into the state tournament at a good time. So we'll move to 144 pounds.
Yep. And
Who do we got?
we've got Andrew Shane and Nuruddin Ahmad Stotts. I'm sorry, that's 150. My bad. Let me go get the right one.
That's all right.
We should have Andrew Long.
Yeah, we got Andrew Long from Sussex Central. And he's wrestling Cole Dempsey at Lake Forest. Elliott of Sussex Tech knocked off Xavier Limehouse for third, fourth.
And just like that, there they are. 39-7 is the senior, number 4 seed, Andrew Long. He is explosive. We're going to say it. And he's up against the junior, the number 2 seed, 30-4, Case Dempsey of Lake Forest. And we're going to see 2 Spartans in a row, Scott.
Yeah, and you see that a lot. Like Cole Dempsey and Ahmad Stotts must work out together. They get iron sharpens iron. Guys get better. You sometimes will see that 3 guys in a row, 4 guys in a row. And then talking about the rest of them, Jackson Cobb placed 5th. He'll be moving on the States. And Brady Cole from Cape Henlopen took 7th. So we'll see if he gets a at-large bid.
And we're underway at 144 pounds. Andrew Long in the blue and gold and white for Sussex Central, wearing the green ankle band, and Case Dempsey wearing the navy blue of Lake Forest.
Yeah, and Case Dempsey, a junior. His brother Cole Dempsey, who I confuse often.
Right.
I'm like, man, this kid's had a long career.
There's 3 of them. Actually, I think there's 4 of them.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, yeah. Very similar styles, too.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where Long's dangerous.
Yes, he is big. Oh, and Dempsey steps through it. No score for either guy.
Low leg cradle. He's going to throw him again. I thought Long was going to launch him again.
Right. Under a minute to go. All that action and no score.
And this is kind of what we said we thought we'd see, is Long coming out explosive and attacking. You know, that's really – I think we lost the contact.
Now they've got more blood.
It's an epidemic.
It is. It must be whatever they're using to clean the mats. Well, we've had crazy weather. We had, 71?
And then snow.
And then snow. All right, so.
You know, also you get in the finals and you're wrestling harder and you're smashing your nose, smashing your eye, hurt your finger, and adrenaline just kind of keeps you rolling.
Right.
I've never seen this many people on the mat for blood time out there.
Oh, they got tons of trainers here. These kids are well protected tonight.
14 people on the mat. That's enough for a duel. Well protected.
So here we 58 seconds to go. When we get started, no score here, but tons of action.
A lot of action. Couple of throws, couple of out the back door. No points.
Third match of the night. The Cape 11 Vikings have crowned a champion. The Laurel Bulldogs, and now Lake Forest and Sussex Central looking to get one. Sussex Central, Scott, had a rough semifinal.
They really did. And as good a year as they had, undefeated, dual meet regular season, they lost in the, got knocked off in the semis by Sally's, and conferences, not so great.
Looking with bear hug again. Dempsey steps into it.
I'm saying not so great. They're still in first place.
Right. Yeah, well, they did some damage on the backside.
They did some damage, yeah. But they didn't have a great semis.
No, they did. They really struggled in semifinals. And there's a throw and a takedown for Long. He goes up 2-0.
And you saw Long kind of imposing his will a little bit there. He tried a couple different things, and you just felt like he was gonna finish something. Dempsey really kind of playing the defensive on that.
2-0 lead for Andrew Long, and we're going to have more blood time. I hope this isn't the
theme of the night.
Of the night, yeah.
There was a trainer from Milford in the semis. A guy was bleeding, first time, nose. She went out there, wrapped his head, sent him back out 5 seconds.
Right.
I was like, there's a woman that can make a quick decision. She's
Absolutely.
like, I'm not messing around with this 4 or 5 blood times. We're going right to the wrap.
Long has a 2-0 lead. All-state running back for the Sussex Central Golden Knights, also a defensive back. And we did a lot of Sussex Central football this year. And
he had a great year.
Yes, he did.
He was explosive. He was a player. They had a good team this year.
They did.
I thought they were going to go all the way.
That's probably going to be our season opener, as they're going to take on the Laurel Bulldogs, the single-A champs from last year, as they move up to double-A.
That's a good move.
All right, Long's going to take the bottom position.
Laurel lost a lot, though. So we'll see how they shake out.
Definitely not afraid of competition.
No, they're not. I mean,
Long comes to his feet, gets the escape. I thought he was going to pile on there.
oh,
Out of bounds and under our table. These two are throwing it all out
a
there.
flurry. And earlier in the season, I think Long wasn't in great shape, but he's gotten in better shape as the season's gone on. And he pushed the pace, but now I think he can sustain it. We'll see if he can keep it going for another 3 minutes and 44 seconds.
Well, he already took the bottom position and got out, so that's very helpful. 3-0 lead for Andrew Long of the Sussex Central Golden Knights, looking to crown their champion. They were the Henlopen North champs this season. Lost in the semifinals to the eventual state champion Slays the Animal in duels.
They just had an incredible undefeated dual meet season. Everything went right for him.
Dempsey with a second shot.
And their balance, Sussex Central was balanced, and they had some superstars.
Right. Oh, nice. Oh, cross screen by Long.
That might be one of the best shots I've ever seen him take.
Right.
He could be peaking at the right time, Benny.
And takedown for Long. Goes up 5-0.
He's just controlling this match.
Yeah.
I really didn't see this coming either.
And out of bounds, no change.
I've seen Dempsey do that switch over there a lot.
45 seconds to go.
Long just too athletic for that, though.
And strong, yeah. He's a specimen. .44 to go here in the second period. Andrew Long with the 5-0 lead for the Golden Knights.
Really, it's been about getting in wrestling shape from football for him, even the last couple years, you know, being able to do. And that it's a totally different thing.
He sat out last year.
Yeah, he sat out last year. I felt he wrestled a little bit, right?
A couple matches.
Yeah. But it's hard to get in wrestling shape.
And wrestling shape quickly.
Yeah. And compete at a level that you want to. He looks like he's pretty much there now, though.
There's the escape for Dempsey. And that brings us to the end of the second period. We'll move to the third.
Looks like they're going to have some more blood. Looks like an Easter egg hunt for the blood. Now, if you really have to look that hard for it, does it really matter?
Yeah, dude, yeah. I hear you. Third period, 2 minutes on the clock. 5-1 lead for Andrew Long. Case Dempsey will have choice here in the third.
And looking ahead to our next match, Benny, we're going to have Andrew Shane and Nerdine Ahmad Stotts.
I think 50 is going to be an exciting match, too.
I totally think so.
Stotts is a returning conference champion.
And that's a contradiction of styles, too, in a lot of ways. I mean, body styles, too. And Shane's come a long way. I mean, he started at Lake Forest, and he was at Cape, qualified, and placed last year. And then this year's, you've had him in the #1 spot for majority of the season.
Right.
But when it comes to the seeding at conferences,
Stats has been at 57 all year.
Stats, yeah, been at 57. He dropped down. Plus, he had a higher place in the conferences, right?
Right. So third period about to get underway.
And Stats looks huge to me.
He's very tall.
He's tall and big.
Well, we're going to see him coming up next as soon as we get all the blood cleaned off the mat.
Yeah, it almost looks like he could make weight a couple times, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah. He's got a couple in him, but that's it.
So Dempsey goes to the bottom position. He trails 5-1.
Yeah, Long doesn't look tired to me.
No.
I mean, he looks fresh. He looks ready to go. The blood time helps, but
Sure.
it doesn't help that much.
And Dempsey gets a quick escape, and it's like that. It's 5-2.
Dempsey's wrestled great on bottom. 2 quick escapes.
144 pounds here at the Henlopen Conference Championships. Third match of the night.
I want to say we've had 5 minutes of blood time between the two.
Easy. Well, Stanley Pete took up almost 4.
Yeah. We don't have that much material, so we're going to have to really keep it moving here. No more injury blood time.
Long looks to throw, gets it to the edge.
We'll have to come up with some different topics to talk about.
Talk about Big Al's roast beef.
Oh, man, I'm going to check it out.
The bracket sponsor for this weekend's event. Oh, dump attempt by Dempsey.
Oh.
Just a cross face of over takedown for Long.
That's
the swipes.
That's a grown man move right there. That's just strength. That's bulldogging it.
And we're out of bounds. 3 backs for Long. 10-2 lead. And we're looking for more blood. He's giving an escape, but they're both out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he did face him.
But they were both out of bounds.
But they were both out of bounds,
right.
yeah. We'll have to go to the videotape on that one.
On the review.
Yeah. Yeah, and Coach Parsley was talking to us before. Surf Bagel sponsored the referees and the coaches' breakfast. Surf Bagel sandwiches and Surf Bagels. Our new location in Milford.
Let me see if I got this right. Citadel Concepts 14.
We don't reveal now how many we have. Yeah, we're keeping that under wraps.
But they're all chef driven.
They're all chef driven. That's all you need to know. I've really enjoyed owning bagel restaurants, though.
Yeah.
Maybe a little too much.
You check it in a little too much.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just seeing how it's going.
Yeah.
Give me an everything with cream cheese.
Yeah, it's funny. Bagel shops, you get the same thing every time. You know, whatever it is you get, that's what you get every time. You know.
My surf, I don't usually go there for breakfast. I go for lunch. To get the wraps.
Yeah, I get the fish burrito for lunch. So 50 seconds left in the third period. 10-3, Long's up. Dempsey.
The way the blood's going, 50 seconds could be 5 minutes.
I think probably the big match a lot of the people are looking forward to is 126 tonight. Would you say, Benny?
Do the last match, yeah. Montez Watkins and Trevor Copes. And I'm telling you, when those two cats get on the mat, man, they let the fur fly. Pun intended.
And they went to war last time. I mean,
They've
had a
had
battle.
3 matches this year. They all have been, and it's like there's just so much action in their match. Shot, reshots, and not only that, they very high respect for each other. The two do.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching Watkins wrestle over the years. I mean, Copes is a sophomore. I feel like he's been wrestling forever.
Well,
I
he
mean,
started as an eighth grader,
not, just. I mean, Watkins, even at Dover, he really he's had an excellent career.
So here we go, 50 seconds. 10-3 lead by Andrew Long. Dan, you're right, Scott. The blood time's really helping him with.
Yeah, I mean, he looks really good.
Right. He looks like this is the first period.
Yeah, I mean, this has been the perfect match for him. I mean, he's had a great tournament.
And more blood.
These guys really hate blood.
Yeah, I think the fans are over it.
Fans had enough. When you start getting booed for calling blood time, just let them bleed.
Right.
Let them wrestle. I think 190 could be an interesting match, too.
It is. Again, 2 totally different styles. I mean, the one thing to beat Alex Taylor, you got to slow him down like Miller did at the state duels. And Ivan Neal can slow things down.
Real slow.
Right, yeah, he can make it a 2-3 point match.
Which is what you need.
Right.
215 could be real interesting because
absolutely. You get 2 guys that pulled upsets to get here.
And there's really not much of a scouting report,
No.
on that. I mean, Delaware's a small state, so you get to see guys wrestle a lot from the time they're kids, so you kind of get a feel for what they can do and what they can't do. But, like Patrick Donahue, who's in the 215 finals.
Wrestled 190 most of the year, didn't he?
Yeah, and he beat a guy in the semis. He majored him 10-0, and I think he got pinned in the regular season in like 10 seconds.
Right.
So it's like, you got to throw that stuff out the window.
All right, we're going to try it again. And we got a whistle, so 35 to go. Andrew Long just trying to play it safe.
Just trying not to get bled on. If they call stalling, I'm going to come unglued.
Yeah, just let this one finish.
20 seconds left.
There's your stall call.
We saw that one coming.
And we're out of bounds with 8 seconds on the clock.
Neither one of these guys are afraid to jack it up and throw. Looks like Long's going to win his first conference title.
And the first one tonight for Sussex Central. There it is, Andrew Long, the Henlopen Conference champ at 144 pounds.
He survives a 15-minute bloodbath.
Oh.
Yeah, really putting a cap on the postseason for Andrew Long. Big victory, big conference title. He's rolling into the state tournament in a good spot.
Now that's going to move us to 150 pounds. So here we go, Andrew Shane, the number 3 seed out of Cape Henlopen, 36-9. He is the number 1 ranked wrestler in the state coming into the conferences. And he's going up against the defending conference champ, Nuruddin Ahmad Stats. He's a senior, the number 1 seed, 29-3 from Lake Forest.
And then the rest of the bracket, Drummond from Sussex Central knocks off Waskey of Caesar Rodney. They had an excellent match in the third place match. Dixon of Smyrna, 7-4 over Polytech in the 5th, 6th place match. And Felipe from Woodbridge is 7th, knocking off Bella Laurel, 18-5 in the 7th, 8th place match. And those would be your conference placers at 150 pounds, 2023 Henlopen Conference. Yeah, Nuruddin Stats, Ahmad Stats, mostly 157 for the season. Probably wrestling there, for the duels, a better situation. And then when it comes to individual, coaches sometimes will let you drop down to your natural weight. Luke Bender's another one, drop down.
Right. I was surprised with that.
I mean,
I kind of figured
he's been consistently weighing like 156, 157, 158. So I think, given the choice, he just won his natural weight. I think.
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah.
So here we go, 150 pounds. Defending conference champion Ahmad Stats they both got blue on. In the mostly navy blue, wearing the green ankle band for Lake Forest, right down the road. And Andrew Shane from Cape Henlopen down the road the other way.
Yeah, and last year, 2 Stats in the conference finals, right? His brother and him.
And a quick takedown for Andrew Shane.
Andrew Shane's worked that little high crotch to a double to perfection this year. It's really worked well for him. We talked about it. Andrew Shane, probably for about half the season, has held the 302 ranking, number 1 ranking. Stats, I think he was 1 or 2. Was he 2?
He's been up top 3 at 57 all year.
Just liked his odds better down at 150.
Well, Bender kind of puts a.
Yeah, it's true.
A lot of people trying to get out of 57, trying to get out of 38 with Sinclair up at William Penn, the defending champ.
Yeah, Bender's been on the tear in state for the last couple of years.
Yeah, missed last year with the elbow injury, and then had a broken jaw. Missed a lot of this year.
Andrew Shane really has improved dramatically. He started out at Lake Forest.
Right. Wrestled there as freshman and sophomore year.
Moved over to Cape.
And just like that.
This is where Stats is tough.
Yes, he did this to Waski in the semis.
Yeah. We've seen him do this a lot.
He makes you pay for mistakes, there's no doubt about it. Shane got a little lazy with the leg in there.
Yeah, he kind of fell to his hip a little bit, and Stats made him pay for it. That makes it 4-2. 2 on the reversal, 2 on the back.
And out of bounds. 10 seconds on the restart.
Yeah, so 10 seconds left. You know, Stats would love to ride him out. Finish strong in the first period. Shane.
I think there's another Stats in the works, too. I think
there's a third, yeah.
Middle school.
Yeah. Great wrestling family. I mean, they've super impressive. Just Mr. Peterson tried to.
Good job following by Stats. You know, he's just a cool customer.
It's a Henlopen Hammer at one time, right?
Yeah, they spent their elementary years with me.
Yeah, he's just real calm, real smooth. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low.
So Shane will take the bottom position. He trails 4-2.
I think that 10-second ride out to end the first period was a big. Stats with the mat returns. People underestimate sometimes those mat returns.
They take a little sting out of you.
Yeah, they do, and especially if you got to keep standing up.
Shane rises to his feet. Granby roll.
There it is.
Looking for the Peterson. Stats with a little modified mousetrap.
Shane in on the single now, trying to elevate out of bounds. Nice little scramble.
He's going to give him one there.
Stats asking for clarification.
Right.
Coach Hansen going to ask for clarification. It's going to be a short conversation.
Will the award placers from 144 pounds please make their way to the awards area? Top 6 at 144. And will the 132-pound and 132
And we have Coach Hansen in front of us with referee Kenny Krieger trying to.
Coach Hansen saying, "What?
We were still.
What'd you see?
Right.
What'd you see? I know what I saw. Tuned in a couple of college wrestling matches this year, and surprised to see referee Krieger doing.
So he took that away. Said no loss of control. Now comes Coach Mattioni.
He's going to ask a question.
Right. He's going to ask it in reverse.
Yeah. This is what I saw.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, I was surprised to see referee Krieger doing some college matches. D2 and D3 stuff.
Yes.
One thing I'll say about D3 wrestling, a lot of driving.
You better believe it.
A lot of driving, buddy.
Trust me, I know. That's my son. With only one other D3 school in Maryland, he had to travel a lot.
You better be ready to drive.
Oh, and out of bounds. No change. Minute 19.
The fans are now getting riled up. They didn't like that reversal.
4-2 still with a minute 19. Shane like a cat. Hits the mat, comes right back up.
He is. Oh, he's on a switch. He's got a hip in. Crossface.
And that's a reversal for Shane. Makes it 4-4.
He's got that leg in, the high 4. He's got the crossface. See if he can get a hook on the other side. Yeah, that was like a matter of just not giving up and stand up, stand up, stand up. And Stotts just had 5 or 6 mat returns, and the last one Shane converted.
40 seconds to go here in the second period at 150 pounds.
And Stats will have choice in the third. We'll see if he gets ridden out here, if that'll affect his choice, you know.
30 to go.
Shane's had a good year with these arm bars. Him and Bender both. I think Bender's worked with him some.
And
Uh-oh.
Stats comes to his feet.
Oh,
And gets
wow,
it. That's a big escape.
escape. That's a huge escape. So he's going to need 2 takedowns then if he takes bottom. Would be good to get one now, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think that was really Stats riding out Chain in the first.
And getting that late escape.
And then getting that late escape.
So here we go, 2 minutes on the clock. Stats goes to the bottom position, and Shane's going to give him the free release right away. 6-4.
Sometimes these big championship matches come down to stuff like that. So now he needs 2 takedowns, right?
Yeah, if he's going to cut him again, unless he, well, yeah, he's down with 2. Unless he's looking to take it into overtime.
Nobody's looking to go in overtime.
Minute 44 to go here. Shot by Shane on the sweep single. Stats able to get around and stuff the head.
Stats is hard to finish on. Shane is fired off some really nice shots. Looking to sub up and split the legs. Stats is long though. He's tough to finish on.
6-4 lead for Stats.
They're in a tight scramble.
Stats sliding the hips away.
It just feels like they drop the hammer on you when they do that. They block on the hip, and Shane's hanging tough though. Oh, he's peeling the hands.
Breaks the lock, goes behind, takedown for Stats. He goes up 8-4.
50 seconds left. It took 5 or 6 tries for him to escape.
40 under 45 to go here in the match. Stats wisely keeping his feet in.
I say Stats has really wrestled an incredible match. I mean, he dropped down from 57 to 50. He's taking on the #1 ranked guy in the state. And
looking to win his 2nd conference title.
Really put together a good game plan.
Under 20 to go here. 8-4 lead for Nuruddin Ahmad Stats. Looking to repeat as a Henlopen Conference champion.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him drop down, and he's really wrestled an excellent tournament, including putting the punctuation on the
big ride out here.
Yeah,
right?
big ride out. He really wrestled a perfect match.
2-time champ, Nuruddin Ahmad Stats.
Yeah, he wrestled a good match.
So that's going to take us to 150 pounds.
57.
57. That's going to be Luke Bender, the senior. He was a state champ 2 years ago, 23-3, the #1 seed from Cape Henlopen. And he's taking on senior #2 seed from Cesar Rodney, Cam Gataldi, 29-6. These two just met last week at the duels with Bender getting a pin.
Yeah, and you can make the argument that along with Agresti, Bender's probably had the most dominant season for Delaware. Luke Poor. Luke Poor has had an incredible season, and those guys are 3 of the top guys in the state. Bender just kind of just pins people.
Yeah. And like sometimes effortless.
Yeah, it looks really almost like effortless. So, placing 3rd out of Sussex Central, Layfield, he knocked off the Seaford wrestler Holmes. Gray from Polytech placed 5th. And Cooper from Sussex Tech is 7th. I guess you can make argument that Radecki's in the top 5, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Considering he may be a 5-timer.
Yep, possibility. Bender wearing the red ankle band and Cataldi in the green.
Yeah, Cataldi, a senior, excellent career. Been a real solid wrestler for Caesar Rodney for 4 years.
Bender in on a shot.
So Bender shoots that kind of single low leg
And
Cal
gets a quick
Sanderson
two.
thing, and
Out of bounds with 1:27 on the restart.
I'm predicting a tight waist more.
He's got a nasty tight waist. He can squeeze the life out of you.
I think that's what really affected him with the elbow being hurt, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So many of his matches, he won that way, you know, and when you take that away, I think it was real tough. But I still haven't figured out how he does it, because he pulls him to the other side.
Right.
You know what I mean? He doesn't run it, really.
Well, he lost a month this year with broken jaw, right? Broken
Yeah,
jaw
the
at the
beast, yeah. A couple teeth issues, too.
Looking to run that bar, and he does. Totally able to fight it off. Now he's got the half on the far side. And we're going to go out of bounds with 48 seconds left. Yeah, when he was in middle school, his first year in middle school, he was a 76-pounder. Bender was.
Yeah, and he lost in the conference finals
Right.
to Mason Anchor, and
Right.
then he won 2 more, and then I think he placed 3rd as a freshman, 1 as a sophomore, out as a junior, now he's a senior. And he was a top. He had him number 1 at 165 most
Yeah.
of the season. Now he's dropped down to 57. I think kind of what they did is they weighed in 2 guys at 57
Right,
for
during the
most of the
season.
year Cape, and then they bumped.
On the bar again. And Tony's able to fight it off. And gets the escape.
Bender's defense is tough.
And gets the takedown.
Good shot.
4-1 lead for Luke Bender.
Good shot by Cataldi. Just kind of got stuffed.
That's going to move us to the second period. Toss goes to Bender, and he's going to take down. And Bender will take bottom.
What do you think about the 2-piece singlet?
The CR guys like them. They're wearing them in here in the finals.
For the 150-pound top
CRs are the first ones I've seen I actually kind of like.
150-pound top 6.
And reversal for Bender, up 6-1.
The transitions where he's really good, Bender.
And escape for Cataldi. 6-2 lead for Luke Bender.
Cataldi's wrestling a great match. I mean, he's down 6-2, but he's wrestling. He's game.
Shot by Cataldi.
Second good shot. Bender with that whizzer. Goes to his shin. Can't limp arm that.
Hey, but he took it from a shin wizard to a 2-on-1.
Yeah. Yeah, he's tough in these positions too. That front head, and he switches to low single.
And takedown for Bender. He goes up 8-2.
He's just super methodical. Bow and arrow. Uh-oh.
43 to go here in the second period.
Must be watching the Penn State
Right.
matches.
Well, he's originally from Pennsylvania, up in the Wilkes-Barre area. Came down here like late elementary.
Let me tell you though, that bow and arrow that the Penn State 190-pounder has been doing, it's deadly.
21 seconds on the restart as we go out of bounds. And you know what? You'll get no celebration out of Luke Bender if he wins this match.
None, 0.
Everything's business with him.
He's asking if that was the first caution. So I got 2 more. A good switch attempt by Cataldi. Bender stops it. Cataldi again. Cataldi's wrestling good, man.
I mean, good match.
You can't fault him for this performance he's putting on. I mean, Bender's a tough customer that does not give up a lot of points.
That's the end of the second period. It'll be choice to Cataldi.
You can see a little frustration on Cataldi's part there because he needed that.
And he's going to go to his feet. Just a quick shot off the whistle. Oh. Take down Bender. Goes up 10-2.
That's the old ankle pick defense to the ankle pick.
Right. Everybody does it.
Yeah, you ankle pick me, I'm going to ankle pick you at the same time. This could be trouble here.
Getting just one swipe.
It's back with that tight waist.
And Cataldi almost comes out.
Wow. He almost got stuck halfway through, right? Wow, 1-1, nothing. No points.
Approaching a minute to go here in the third. Cataldi locked in on the far leg.
Looks like a switch over. Oh.
54 to go. 10-2 lead for Luke Bender.
Bender caught that foot on the backside and he just couldn't convert it.
And that's his second caution.
And he's got one more to burn.
The next one gets a point. That's 2, right?
Yeah, that was 2. Third's a point, yeah.
Cataldi rises to his feet. And Bender releases. Makes it a 10-3 match. Shot by Bender, gets down on a low single.
That was a head slap setup.
Right.
Ooh. Watch that knee. Good call.
Good call. 28 to go. 10-3 lead for Bender on our feet here in the third. Shot by Bender. Almost shot all the way through him. And lat drop attempt by Cataldi. Nothing to lose there.
Yeah, not the worst decision. I mean, you're down by 9.
And Bender gets the fall.
You know, it was a fall, but I got to say, Cataldi wrestled good, and Coach Mitchell can't be too upset with that, you know.
You're going up against one of the best wrestlers in the state.
Yeah, and you wrestled a good match. And Bender did what Bender does,
right.
You know. I mean, there's not much you could say about that.
And as we said, no celebration.
Yeah, he's been a really good ambassador for the K program for 4 years, won a ton of matches. It's his second conference title.
It's going to move us to 165. And we're going to have our first and only Indian River Indian here, Scott.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Chandler. I got to watch him some in this tournament.
Well, he's a sophomore, number 1 seed, 45-4. He's up against the senior, the 7 seed, 39-10, Justin Craig of Sussex Central.
Yeah, and Justin Craig, a little bit of a surprise so far this year. He's put together a nice little tournament, though. He knocked off Sean Martinez from Seaford. Then he knocked off Farrell of Lake Forest. He also beat Aiden Durham of Polytech, so he's put together a nice little tournament to get himself in the finals. Chandler, 45-4, looking for his it's on his 50th match so far this season. Farrell from Lake Forest comes back and takes 3rd. He knocks off Martinez of Seaford, who plays 4th. Dixon of CR 5th. And Heaton Wheeler of Cape Henlopen takes 7th. He knocks off West of Delmar.
There we go, underway at 165.
Did Chandler come up through the ranks, through the youth?
He showed up late, like middle schoolish. Saw him, he wrestled in Selbyville. Saw him come up around 7th, 8th grade. I started to notice him.
Wow. That was a good little shot.
Craig locked in the crotch. Now goes to a body wizard. Needs to get his hips up or he's going to give up a takedown here.
Yeah, and Chandler needs to work up the body a little bit. There you go.
Takedown with Chandler. Indian River's last conference champion was last year. Burke, the heavyweight.
What a match that was. TJ Burke knocking off Lucas Rupert. 1-0.
Getting some swipes, but Craig looking to turn into him. Does. Chandler gets the 2 back.
TJ Burke, a big dude.
Playing football at Lehigh. And the reversal for Craig. 4-2.
Man, Craig's having a great little tournament. And he took his lumps this year, you know, and kept moving forward, kept improving.
Beginning of the year, of course, my son Trey's the head coach at Cesar Rodney. They had come back. They've been to a tournament out of state with Central, and he said, this kid's going to be tough, this Craig kid. He said he is athletic, can move.
I mean,
here he is in the conference finals.
He's 39-10. He has a brother, right?
Yes.
Wrestling? Yeah. Wrestling's such a family sport in Sussex County.
5-2 lead for Chandler. 10 seconds to go here in the first. 165 pounds. And we'll move to the second period. Chandler gets choice, and it's going to go down right away.
A lot of guys defer because they want to see what happens.
Right.
I like the idea of getting your
position right away and score.
Yeah, and scoring.
Underway in the second, switch attempt by Chandler. Craig able to follow it, but keeps digging.
These guys are both good scramblers. Oh, turned the wrong way. Chandler did.
Yes, he did. He's going to survive it, though.
Yeah. No harm, no foul.
Right. Five-2 lead still for Chandler. Minute 30 to go here in the second. We're at 165 pounds. Sussex Central had one champion already tonight, and Andrew Long looking to crown 2.
Yeah, and we were super impressed by Andrew Long. Probably the best match I've ever seen him wrestle.
Right. And reversal by Chandler. Goes up 7-2.
Chandler putting together a little series of moves there. Sit, turn out, turn in. You could see them drilling that in the Indian River room.
The cork on the top of this weight class comes out of St. Mark's, and Luke Spohr, the #1 ranked wrestler here at 65. Actually 2, but he'll be a 1 now with Bender leaving.
Yeah, I heard Spohr looked like a stud in the Indy finals today.
Did you get that from our upstate correspondent, Jason Bastianelli?
Carson, actually.
Carson.
Carson called me to tell me that. He'd been working out with Spohr in the room. So many wrestlers, you know, end up going back, helping guys. Just part of what it is. Yeah. I wouldn't call Jason our upstate correspondent. More like a rival.
All right. Craig snapped him into a shot. Can he survive it with 15 seconds here?
If he pops that head. He's got that.
And gets
there
the
you
2.
go.
Goes up 9-3, and we're going to move to the third period.
I mean, you got to score points to win 45 matches. So, I mean, he's putting together some, he's scoring some points.
So we move to the third.
Craig takes bottom.
Gotta be careful with his switch, because he can switch you right to your back. He's almost done it here once tonight. Like that. But he's going to get some swipes on the tilt. Now
Chandler-
looking for the fall.
Chandler's been very impressive. Only a sophomore.
2 more for Chandler. He goes up 11-3.
He's on his way to his first conference championship.
Yes.
If he could keep this score rolling, he scored 11 points so far.
Minute 20 to go. Approaching a minute to go here in the match.
I take it back. Our upstate correspondent, Jason Bassinelli, is sending in updates.
There you go, see?
You were right, Benny. He's earning his Sodell gift cards by
There you go.
sending in his updates. Saying Agresti looked super sharp against August. 8 takedowns.
Wow.
I mean, like August, the defending state champ. I mean, it's just got to be tough to deal with Agresti on in any manner.
Right. And below you is Griffith.
Yeah, I mean, first Beast champ in 18 years for Delaware.
20 to go here. Chandler with the 11-3 lead. And we're seeing dominant performances here in the finals tonight. A couple majors.
I've been impressed with the level of wrestling.
And that's it. Javion Chandler of Indian River, the 2023 Henlopen Conference champion.
Real nice match. I mean, pretty much flawless match he put together. I think Craig, great tournament. He's a senior, but he should be proud of the tournament he put together here. Nothing to be ashamed of. Big win by Chandler. That'll take us to 175, where first seed and #1 ranked in the state, CJ Frischman, is going to do battle with 2 seed Gabe Cannon. They had a pretty close match earlier in the year.
Frischman, senior, #1 seed, 29-2 out of Cape Henlopen, 2-time state finalist. And he's up against the junior, the #2 seed, 42-7, Gabe Cannon of Sussex Central, a state place winner last year.
Yeah, and Johnson of Delmar wrestled back, and he picked up his third place with a pin. Risper of Woodbridge placed 4th. Kratowski of Smyrna. Thompson of Lake Forest. Legg of Caesar Rodney wrestles all the way back, and he claims his 7th place. And Seward of Milford, 8th place, and that rounds out your placers at 175 in the 2023 Henlopen Championship.
Overall record is 111-24. He's a 3-time state place winner and a 2022 Henlopen Conference champion. Ladies and gentlemen, CJ Frischman.
Yeah, both Frischman's state final losses to 4-timer Poor from Caravel.
Right. And we have another Poor this year looking for 4.
Very exciting. Cousins, right?
Right, Cousins?
It's a lot of state titles in that family. Only 2 of them.
Right. We are underway at 175. Frischman in the black singlet for Cape Henlopen, and Cannon in the Sussex Central singlet we've seen a few times tonight.
Yeah, a little contradiction to styles, too. Cannon a little bit in and out,
Right.
a little flashier. CJ more methodical, straight ahead, shots.
And you get in deep on a single.
Strong.
Cannon is one of those like explosive pinners.
One foot in, 1 foot out.
Cannon can like go from nowhere to a pin in no time.
Fritchman good on top with legs, does the arm bars. His shot really like a straight ahead blast right there. Puts him back on his heels.
Takedown for C.J. Fritchman.
Throws in the legs. This is where he grinds him out.
Defending conference champ. Five seconds to go here in the first period. And that's how it's going to end with C.J. Fritchman leading 2-0.
Fritchman, an avid fisherman and surfer. Wrestling in the top 5.
Plays football and lacrosse.
He's headed to Salisbury as a face-off guy in lacrosse.
Cannon's going to take bottom position.
Looks like CJ's going to cut him.
Give him the free release. So 2-1 lead for Fritchman.
Shot attempt by Cannon. Cannon had a good football season too this year. Part of that Sussex Central defense.
Sussex Central clinging to a 4.5-point lead here, Scott, in the team score. So this is a big match. And well, I think we have back-to-back Cape and Henlopen versus Sussex Central matches.
Thank God for track wrestling.
Right.
Remember the old days, you used to have to calculate it?
Right. Still 2-1, minute 12 to go here in the second period. Cannon jacks him up with a double armbar, looking to get the bear hug.
You don't see Fritchman get thrown a lot. So that would be unusual.
Out of bounds, no change, still on our feet with a minute 1.
It's a really pretty evenly matched contest so far. I think in the last match, Fritchman beat him by 5 or 6.
Yeah, he controlled the match, but it was like late. He turned it on late.
Yeah. This one has a little bit different of a feel.
Fritchman in on a high crotch.
I think Cannon has done better defending.
Takedown for Fritchman. Goes up 4-1.
That might be a pivotal takedown right there, especially if you get a ride out.
And with Fritchman having choice.
Yeah, Fritchman has choice. You don't get those, you know, when you score late and ride guys out. I mean, it's tough to get that back. Ten seconds left. Fans calling for the switch.
Right.
I don't know about that.
And he's going to hold him off. Time runs out in the second, so we'll move to the third period. Fritchman takes bottom. Up 4-1.
I'm seeing an escape or a free release here.
And we're underway in the third, 4-1. Cape and Henlopen C.J. Fritchman looking for his second conference title.
Trying to get back to states after 2 second place finishes. Would love a championship.
$75, you got Cannon. You also have Drew Simpson of DMA.
And Caravel's got a tough guy too.
Duarte, yeah.
Yeah, Duarte. Duarte's been like the same size his whole career.
You're right.
Simpson and Duarte had a great match in the
State duels.
With Simpson knocking them off in a real close battle. Cannon doing a great job on top. I never really thought of him as a rider, more as a on-your-feet guy, but he's putting together a nice ride.
It's going to be a stall call on bottom on Fritchman. Fritchman comes to his feet, gets the escape, and they go out of bounds. 5-1 lead for C.J. Fritchman with 52 seconds to go. Now they're going to say no escape.
What do you think of that?
I think he's saying I don't know. I thought he faced him, but I could be. If you have the Wizard, if you have it around the middle of the back, it's supposed to be still in control. So I guess that's what they're saying. He had his hand around the middle of the back when they went out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought he faced him, though. So
did I, but that could have been outside the circle.
Yeah.
But we already had one escape where both guys were out of the circle, so why not another, right?
That's true. It was awful dark on the other side of the mat, though. I couldn't see what was going on. It's the darkness factor.
43 to go here in the third. 4-1 lead for C.J. Fritchman.
Is he looking Peterson? No.
I think he was.
He was. It's a much closer match than the other one.
Yeah, it was. It is.
Uh-oh.
And Fritchman gets the reversal.
And Cannon kind of trying like a desperation thing there too, you know.
Well, and that's how he pinned. He's a big bar guy.
Yeah.
And he likes, you know, he likes to explode and run that bar real quick. That time, Fritchman just loosens it up and.
Yeah. The double legs in might finish this off. Fritchman's going to win his second conference title.
Fritchman, back-to-back conference titles. Some awards at 165, but we're going to move up to 190. I think this is an interesting match. I don't think they've met this year, Scott.
They have, and they've wrestled in the past, but.
Well, it's for the number 1 seed is Alex Taylor, Cape Henlopen senior, 30-6, and he goes up against another senior, the number 2 seed, Ivan Neal of Sussex Central, 42-8.
Yeah, Taylor a conference champ last year, right?
Right.
And the state finalist. He was third the year before as a sophomore at 220. Now he's down at 190. Ivan Neal, another one of the Sussex Central football players.
Right, linebacker.
Linebacker.
Hard on offense.
He's had a really good career and been real solid for Sussex Central. His first championship I've seen him in.
And this will be Alex Taylor going for his second. He was a conference champ last year, state finalist.
He has a new hairstyle this year. New hair color. Taylor committed to wrestling college.
Roanoke, correct?
Roanoke. Neal coming out faster than I've seen him in the past. He was looking to match intensity with Taylor, maybe.
We're underway at 190. At the end of the night, we'll pick an outstanding wrestler. We'll see if we can get him over here and get an interview.
How could they say no, Benny?
They can't. They just can't.
Looking at the rest of the placers, Owen Meister of Cesar Rodney got his third place. Placed third. Curry from Milford, fourth. Howe from Smyrna, fifth. Johnson from Delmar,
shot by
sixth.
Neal. Taylor
Alston
able to counter.
From Polytech, and Thompson from Woodbridge is eighth. Those are your top 8 in the Henlopen Conference 190.
Last double attempt by Taylor. Neal able to stuff it. So neither guy able to find their traction so far on their double leg shots.
Not a ton of setup on either one of those
No,
doubles.
it's just straight doubles.
Yeah. It's like, stop it if you can. Taylor comes out aggressive, though, man. And I feel like Neal, instead of trying to slow it down, has tried to match it, which is interesting. Right. I hadn't predicted that.
Taylor in on a shot. He's going to get the takedown with 34 seconds to go in the first.
Yeah, Taylor dialing up the doubles. Yeah, Ivan Neal, another really solid member of the Sussex Central
Football
defense.
team,
Yeah. Made plays all over the field. And he got in wrestling shape quick.
Another one, right? Yeah, because he wrestled at the Ray Oliver tournament there that first week. So we'll move to the second period. Taylor takes a 2-0 lead. And he's going to go down right away.
Taylor seems super focused, man on a mission here. He's been focused all year. He was banged up a little bit this year, missed some matches. Oh! That's a lot coming at you.
Right over the cameraman. That's our cameraman, Ben Fulton. He'll be all right.
He's fine. He's durable. He was quick on the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. And escape for Taylor. He goes up 3-0.
Taylor, who's worked a lot on his defensive bottom position. Nice little stand up and escape there. He's best on his feet, and he's best in an attacking mode. Neal doing a good job of wrestling on the edge. He's out.
Out of bounds, minute 19.
Sometimes with big guys, you just wish they had a little bit bigger of a mat.
Like Cesar Rodney's?
Yep, that's what you need, just a little bigger.
Big old 42-foot circle.
That's right. The 106-pounders look like infants on it.
Right, ants.
Yeah. I mean, this mat's small.
Ethan Minshall and Chris Mitchell on the cameras tonight. Under a minute to go here in the second.
Excellent camera work at 302 is always a staple of our productions.
Well, when you've seen as much wrestling as my wife has over the years, it's easy to follow the action. I mean, she got her start when our son was like 5.
Well, that practice makes perfect. He's got to pop his head to get the 2. There you go.
That's it. Takedown for Taylor goes up 5-0 here in the second. One escape for Neal. And a stall. 5-1, 15 seconds to go here in the second.
Whoa. Neal caught that coming in.
Yes,
That's more
did.
what I thought we were going to see.
Him countering.
Yeah, him waiting back and countering for the.
So we'll move to the third.
Yeah, I think he heard
injury time.
Yeah, he heard his shoulder reaching back.
175-pound weight winners to the awards area. 175 pounds, top 6 to the awards area.
Next up, 215. That's our surprise weight class.
Big surprise.
We didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I mean, just an amazing kind of reversal of fortunes for Donahue, definitely.
Right. And he'll be taking on a Woodbridge Blue Raider, Khalil Tillman.
Yeah, and Tillman, 29-6, a senior. He's the 3rd seed. Donahue 8-3, a sophomore. 3 of his victories came here.
Third period underway, 5-2 lead for Alex Taylor. How tight's the team score? Sussex Central leads by half a point.
Ooh, those half points count.
And they got Malachi Stratton in this match, and then have Malachi Stratton on the on-deck circle. Coming up at 113.
I think this
out
is.
of bounds.
Cape has 2:15, and that's it.
Right. And then
You got Malachi Stratton. Is that it for
Central? Yeah.
So this is a big match here.
Sure. Yep. I think these two wrestled within 6 points in the duel this year.
Very close. Twice, yeah. Taylor didn't wrestle.
That's correct. Right. And takedown for Taylor. Goes up 7-1.
Taylor's got a motor, man, that just keeps moving.
Out of bounds and gets the escape. 7-2.
Yeah, Taylor's 50 seconds away from his second conference title. Neal looking to pull off something here and maybe a 5-point move. Try and win his first conference title.
Oh, another shot by Taylor. And takedown.
You know, 20 seconds left, that might ice it. 9-3. Yeah. Taylor putting together a really good career. I saw him wrestle here in middle school conferences and thought he's got some potential. And he worked at it. He worked really hard at it. And wrestling's one of those sports. You put in the time,
and that's
you're going to get reward.
Your champion at 190 pounds from Cape Henlopen, Alex Taylor, a two-timer.
Yeah, great match by Taylor. Excellent tournament by Ivan Neal.
So let's see the matchups at 215 pounds. It's Patrick Donahue, a sophomore from Cape Henlopen. He was the 8th seed. He's 6-3 on the season. And he's up against a senior, the 2 seed, with a 29-6 record. Khalid Tillman, says Laurel, but he is actually from Woodbridge.
Yeah, and Donahue, really the surprise of the tournament so far. Deep in the bracket.
Yeah.
And he wrestled a little bit of 190, a little bit of 215. They switched off with Taylor and him, depending on the guys that were going against. But he's coming to his own here in this tournament. A couple of real surprises. Knocked off the #1 seed, 5-4. Won the semis 10-0 against the guy that pinned him, I think, in 10 seconds.
Right.
And Khalil Tillman, in the first round, knocks off Kearney of Smyrna, and then knocks off the #1 seed Hearn in sudden victory, which was a crazy match.
It was.
Hearn was a 2 seed, sorry.
Right. Yeah, Tillman's actually the 3 seed.
Yeah, so Tillman, the 3 seed, knocks off the 2.
So here we go.
But I felt like Parcell and Hearn were really the favorites, like
right.
above and beyond.
That's why they wrestle the matches.
Yeah.
And we're underway. Donahue in the light blue pinstripe Cape Henlopen uniform. He's the red wrestler. Tillman in the Woodbridge blue and white.
Tillman moving really good. Haven't seen a ton of him this year. I saw him wrestle a few times.
Last champion was 2019 from Woodbridge, Tayshawn Ford Jackson. Remember, he was the kid that missed the entire season. Came out late, won over half his matches here, and was a conference champ with a big pin.
That was an exciting. He was a wrestler of the match,
right? He was the outstanding wrestler, yes.
Yeah. Remember, Woodbridge had a heavyweight state champ. He knocked off defending heavyweight state champ Dooley. First time ever they hugged before the ultimate tiebreaker.
Right.
That kid won like 4 matches in that run, an ultimate tiebreaker.
Right, yes.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yes, I do. Did it in the conference.
Oh, excellent shot by Tillman. Stop by Donahue on the front head. Tillman looks strong to me.
And That heavyweight you referred to from William Penn is sitting in the corner. That's Brandon Dooley.
Yep, Brandon
coaching.
Dooley. Yep. He had won the year before, and he was banged up pretty bad. He had a knee, some other stuff going on, and that was a great match. A lot of respect.
25 to go here. No score at 215 pounds.
Well, it's got to help Tillman that Dooley's here, the younger Dooley.
Right.
Who's the head coach of Woodbridge?
It's Dooley.
Oh, it is. Oh, good
Brandon
for him.
Dooley, yeah.
That's great.
And we're going to get out of the first period with no score. Move to the second. And Tillman's going to go down right away.
I know Marvin, his dad, is coaching the football.
Correct. And underway in the second period.
And they've had some superstar coaches over there. Jenna Pavlik,
Right.
Shane
And
Marvel.
Escape for Tillman. 1-0.
Patrick at Sussex Academy last year. Had
Right.
a good little tournament and conferences. Had a good season. Really dedicated himself. Wrestled a bunch of camps. Worked out a lot this summer. Really has improved a lot. It helps, you know, him and Taylor got to work out a lot. Patrick Davis worked out with him a lot. It helps when you have guys in the room. Same with Tillman. He's probably got Dooley.
Right.
It's easier to find older, bigger guys.
Shot by Donahue, and Tillman's strong.
It's tough to find the, like,
He stuffed that with one arm.
he's strong. And he had like an elbow and was pushing in
Right.
before, and I was like, man, this kid's strong. So, it's 1-0. Tillman's
Under
up.
a minute here in a second.
He knocked off Hearn in sudden victory. Which can take something out of you, so we'll see if that's
Right.
a factor. What you don't want to win is a semi and ultimate tiebreaker. Sudden victory's fine, but
30 to go here in the second.
yeah, sudden victory won. If you're going to win it, that's the place to win it every
Right.
time. Ooh, that's tight. Yeah, Tillman looks like a guy that can control a match with a whizzer.
Yeah, good football player for the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, we did a game with them. Oh, good shot. That's 2. Yeah, stall call and a shot and a takedown with 2 seconds left.
And Donahue will go on bottom.
So his improbable run continues through the
right.
first period, or the first and second period. He's up 2-1 and has choice, is taken down. Great sit-out series. Gets right out. Crowd's loving that.
A 3-1 lead for Donahue of Cape Henlopen.
Yeah, so Patrick really had a tight match with Parcell, and then in the semis, he surprisingly blew out the Sussex Central wrestler 10-0. And then here he's back in another tight one, 3-1 with 1:30 left. Trying to seal Sussex, Cape Henlopen's Henlopen Conference Team Championship, right?
Yeah, I think this would, if they win here, I don't think Central can catch them.
Because Central has one more.
Right.
Tillman's got to go, though.
Approaching a minute.
He needs 2 takedowns, technically, or
Takedown and ride out.
yeah. Which doesn't look great because, you know, the Cape wrestler escaped quickly.
Under a minute. Tillman pushing to the edge.
Wow, Tillman's strong. Oh, good shot.
Okay, out of bounds with
No
41
points.
seconds.
41 seconds, 3-1. Yeah, there was no 2 there. Good call by the ref. Great shot by Tillman. Good defense by Donahue. What a battle.
Could be a stall call coming here.
Yeah, there should be one coming here. Crowd's into this match, Benny. 20 seconds left. Donahue pushes him out. That's gonna make it tough for Tillman.
Yeah.
Donahue, his improbable run to a conference championship, one of the more improbable we've seen in a while.
Quite some time.
Coming in with a 4-3 record, a virtual unknown. Wow, what a match.
And there's your conference champ at 215, Patrick Donahue.
Yeah, what an exciting victory. Very surprising. Hey, if you're going to put it together in the conference tournament.
At the right time. That's going to move us to 285 pounds. From Smyrna, Chichi Yule, the junior. He's a number 1 seed, 24-7. And the freshman, the 3 seed. From Laurel, 25-6, Joseph Baynard. So a freshman heavyweight. Last time I think we saw that was probably Kevin Hudson.
Yeah, he had quite a career, 3-time state champ. I think 3rd as a freshman.
Yeah. No, 2nd.
2nd.
Wrestling 285 pounds this evening, 9th grader from Laurel High School, Joseph Baynard. His season record is 24-6 in his third at the Canal Classic. His opponent.
Our first Smyrna wrestler in the finals, Scott.
Which is surprising. I mean, we've had years where Smyrna's absolutely dominated it, but you know, this year a little more parity kind of in the tournament. So here we go.
Chichi Yule from Smyrna in the white and red singlet. Baynard from Laurel, the freshman, in the all red.
Chichi Yule, one of our favorite guys to cover, and Baynard, really an incredible freshman. We got to see him earlier. I was shocked to hear that he was a freshman. So the Milford wrestler, Villarreal, got his 3rd place. Harris from Dover placed 4th. Lewis from Indian River, 7th or 8th, and Costello, 7th. So those are your placers at heavyweight. In the 5th, 6th place match, Steele from Sussex Central and Cooper from Polytech wrestled. We didn't get the results on that one. So feel free to text us if you're of the Steele or Cooper family.
Referee's going to step in and slow down the slapping here as they have their hands in each other's face.
And Chichi is a big guy.
Yeah, and he's got this, I call it like, it's like a walking headlock. He like walks into you, gets the headlock, and keeps on walking until he sits.
Yeah, I think we saw Chichi. He started wrestling just in high school, and he had an incredible match, I think, in conferences 2 years ago. So you know what? This kid's got some potential. And here he is, the top seed in the finals.
Pummeling in. "25 seconds ago, no score here at 285.
Yeah, Chichi with really an unusual kind of style and size for a heavyweight, but he's making it work for him. Baynard, the freshman, moves really good.
And that's going to be the end of the first, no score. We'll move to the second period. And in heavyweight, this flip's important. And let's see.
Got to kick it.
It's going to go Baynard's way, and he's going to go to the bottom right off the bat.
Yeah, I was talking earlier, and I said, you know, if I'm coaching, I defer everything except for the heavyweight.
Right.
Heavyweight I take down. I hold choice.
And we're underway in the second period at 2:85, no score. And Baynard rises to his feet and gets the one.
Baynard quick from the bottom. Just an athletic heavyweight. I haven't seen a ton of offense out of him on his feet, but he doesn't necessarily need it. I'm going to call that an arm drag.
Attempted arm drag. Yeah.
I'm going to call that an aggressive arm drag.
Minute 30 here in the second. 1-0 lead. Oh, a headlock attempt by Baynard. Chi-Chi might be a little tall for that.
If you can headlock Chi-Chi, you're doing something.
Reaches for the single, drops the hips. And Baynard able to circle out. .285 seating is going to be all crazy as #1 ranked undefeated Philip Kroc loses in the semis of the independent tournament, Women's and Friends wrestler.
I'm telling you, the independent is so much more competitive this year. I think that, you know, they've had quite a few clubs up there where the guys are working out and helping each other, and they're getting better. So I just think Henlopen dominated.
His headlock.
Henlopen dominated for what, better part of a decade really,
yeah.
right? I'd say it's evened out now.
23 to go here in the second.
I think one year Henlopen had 10 state champions.
Yeah, a couple of years in a row.
You know, there's also years when St. Mark's had
10 of their own.
Yeah.
I think the most they ever had was 8. But
they had 8, yeah. So, I mean, the pendulum swings. Right now it's starting to swing back to upstate.
Right. So we move to the third. Folks, you're watching the Henlopen Conference Championship Finals. I'm Benny Mitchell with Scott Cameron, Kristen Mitchell, and Ethan Minshaw on the cameras. We're at Milford High School. It's brought to you by Sodell Concepts. As we head to the third period at 2:85.
Part of the Sodell Concepts youth high school sports supporting.
Yes, they are. Oh, a cradle by Baynard.
Oh.
And Yule's going to slip out and get the one.
Yeah, we sponsored this year the Henlopen Conference Wrestling, the Beast of the East,
right?
The Slam Dunk, and about 20 football games.
Folks, you can go to Sodell Concepts and find the many restaurants they have down at the beach. Or hit one of their surf bagels here in Milford or Lewis.
There you go. Soon to be long there. Or go to a sporting event.
Right.
Talk to one of us.
Dead center of the mat. Minute 13 to go. 1-1.
And I also wrestled. I'm not just a sponsor, Benny.
That's right.
We put that out there. Yeah,
absolutely.
With varying levels of success at different times. So here we go, 1-1 with 50 seconds left. You got to think this is going to overtime because they had the opportunity to score there. And, oh, Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi could surprise you.
Mm-hmm.
His arms are just perfect for that, like, Metzger, the inside trip thing.
28 to go here. Double underhook by Yule. Baynard reaches for the single, goes for the headlock.
If you headlock Chi-Chi, oh, wow.
Nothing yet.
Baynard's just so quick. He is quick, man.
Yeah,
he moves great.
You know, most heavyweights would just drop there.
Most humans.
He identifies as a 106.
Man, that's incredible.
And we're going to move to overtime. $1 minute on the clock.
You think Harris and Chi-Chi work out together? Coach Harris?
I don't know.
I bet he could go with him.
They have a decent, probably Coach Howe, because he does a lot of the upper body.
Oh, I got you. We might be having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, with the headgear, yes.
I mean, thinking about OW.
If
Man.
he ties his shoe, that's a point.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
That's a point.
Yeah, he's going to call it.
That's the match.
Yeah. That match is over.
Oh, no, it's just a warning. I thought it was a technical violation.
He should not be tying that shoe. You got to ignore it and hope
Yeah,
the ref
kinda like
doesn't see it. Yeah, he doesn't know that rule.
Underway in overtime 1. Sudden victory.
You might have to tape those shoes in the future.
Well, they're supposed to be. That's
Yeah.
the thing. You're supposed to cover them.
Yeah, you're supposed to either have the Velcro or tape it
Right.
yourself because just so many people stop matches because of that. Oh, no, it's the second time is a point. So it's just
It
a
used
warning.
to be a technical violation to
Yeah.
not have them covered, and I guess they've changed that rule.
There was a famous Ohio State match where it got decided on that real woods. The shoe came off. Oh, here comes the headgear. They're going to let him keep. Oh, good shot. Man, he's quick.
Yeah, he shoots, gets under that big frame, and then circles out.
That's exactly how you draw it up. Oh, here's where Chi-Chi's tough. If he sprawls, that's going to be a problem. Whoa, he tries to short sit.
Stays on his feet.
Wow. Wow.
And do you call it? Does not call the stall there. So we move to the twin 30s.
So they flip here.
Right.
And then if it's tied after 2 30-second periods, it goes to the ultimate.
Whoever had first score, which
yeah.
would be Baynard.
Yeah, and Baynard has choice.
So Baynard's going to go down, and you can defer this.
Would you defer?
I would defer this flip, absolutely.
Yeah, because you want to see
Because
what's up.
you've already scored first.
See if that. So was that a stall warning?
There was a stall warning for the shoelace.
See if that comes into play. See, I was with you. I thought that call was going to end it. But what a
Right.
way! Oh,
Yeah, can you
losing
imagine?
losing on a tied shoe.
And they won't call it unless you tie it. They'll let you wrestle with the untied shoe.
Yeah. If you tie it, that's when they call it.
Right.
Some fan yelled his shoe was untied, and I almost said, "Don't say that."
Right. So here we go, overtime 1 or 2. Baynard comes to his feet,
Oh,
and he's going to get the escape as they go out of bounds, but we keep wrestling. 2-1 lead for Baynard with 18 seconds to go.
yeah, you wrestle out to 30 no matter what.
And we have the broken headgear again. But Coach Harris quickly with a new one.
He's going to have to reach up for that.
Yeah, he might need a ladder.
What do you think Chi-Chi is? 6'5"?
Oh, my God. Well, Aaron
6'6"?
Harris is 5'9", 5'10". So, yeah, it's 6'6", yeah.
I'd say he's 6'6", 285. Easy. This has been a really interesting match.
You were looking to get-
Strategically heavyweight. I don't know what he's trying to do though with
I
that
think he's
pummeling.
pushing for the takedown because he knows that
He's
Baynard
got
gets choice.
Oh,
So we'll go to the second of the twin 30s.
he's pushing the pace pretty good.
Yes, he is.
He could reverse him here, right?
You could, yeah, a number of things, but you keep wrestling out the 30 seconds. That's why you might want to maybe release him because you know you have the advantage with the choice.
Yeah, not get reversed. Could ride him out.
Oh, he could ride him out. Yeah.
Oh, they went hard. Oh, and this is a problem because he's
14 seconds on the restart.
now. Why did he blow him out of bounds?
Because he touched the wood floor.
Oh, he did. Okay. I thought that sounded loud. So he's got to get out here, or
Yes,
it's over.
Correct.
Baynard's in good position then because he gets choice next anyway. Oh, he
Breaks him down with a spiral ride. Can he keep him down there with 8? Takes him back to the mat.
That might be it.
The freshman has won the Henlopen Conference Championship. That's 2 titles for Laurel, Scott.
Great match.
Maybe the best of the night so far.
That's the second freshman.
Right?
We thought when we saw Baynard earlier in the year, we were like, this guy's good. He's got some real potential. He could be a bad matchup in the States for people.
So we're going to move to
his quickness.
106. It's the senior, number 1 seed, state finalist last year, 32-9 from Cesar Rodney, Alex McAvoy. And he's up against the freshman state place winner last year, the number 2 seed, 18-2, Anthony Andrews of Sussex Tech.
Yeah, and Andrews last year at Seaford.
His 8th grade year, right?
8th grade year, and now he's at Tech. Didn't wrestle the whole season. Banged up a little bit, but.
They had some broken fingers to start the season.
And typical wrestling, it's only a few broken fingers. You'll be fine, you'll be back. So the rest of the placers at 106. In 3rd place, Trip Gannon of Cape Henlopen. Austin Decker from Sussex Central, he's 4th, 30 and 15. He's a sophomore. 5th place is Ian Alfrey from Smyrna. He's a freshman. 6th, Logan King from Del Mar. He's an 8th grader. 7th is Cade Wooden from Laurel, also a freshman. And 8th, Samuel Lopez from Indian River, a junior. And that's your top 8 place winners.
And we're underway. Back to the small little guys.
I love it when they do that. They roll around from heavyweight to 106.
Well, the way
Such
that
a
kid from
dramatic.
Laurel moved, you might not notice much of a difference.
I'll tell you what, Benny, I'm totally impressed by him. And Chi-Chi. I mean, Chi-Chi really has put together a good career and has come a long way.
Shot by McAvoy. Andrews looking to go behind. These two wrestled at the Del Castle Invitational with McAvoy coming away with the decision.
Andrews looks like he's bulked up a little bit from last year. Put on some muscle. He's always been a technically sound guy. You know, we saw him coming up through the ranks.
And out of bounds. Minute 5 on the restart. Looking at an inside trip there was McAvoy. Andrews in the white singlet with the black stripes representing the Sussex Tech Ravens. And McAvoy in the blue and gold of Cesar Rodney.
Yeah, and Sussex Tech with the 1 finalist, and Cesar Rodney, I think, has 5 or 6.
They have 6.
6. They have quite a few.
Next, they have a finalist in all the last weight classes.
Yeah, so their lightweights really coming through and getting them. I think pushing them up to 3rd place, Benny, right?
Yeah, they're in 3rd place. And stalemate. Both of them shot at the same time.
Yeah, they banged heads. You hope it's not a tooth.
Right. They went face to face.
Starting the injury time, minute 30. I always feel like it's longer than a minute 30, though.
It does. Seems like it goes on forever.
Yeah, so team scores, talking about that, 256 for Cape Henlopen right now, 248 for Sussex Central, 210 for Caesar Rodney, and 174 for Smyrna. And surprisingly, Laurel in fifth with 122 with
They've had a
two
good
champions.
Yeah.
And Caesar Rodney has quite a few coming up. You have Moffitt, Stratton.
And more. Oh, that's Stratton's Central.
Yeah, Moore and
Moffitt, Moore, and Copes.
Jenkins, and then, yeah, Copes and Watkins will end it out. So Sierra could end with 1, 2.
So Andrews defers.
3, 4 guys.
And McAvoy wants to stay on his feet.
Why not? McAvoy's pretty good in every position, though. He was state finalist last
That's
year.
correct. Lost to Malachi Stratton. In on a double.
Andrews a state place winner last year, right?
Fourth, I believe.
Fourth. Yeah, we watched that third place match last year. Yeah, it was hard not to watch him last year, saying this eighth grade is pretty tough.
Right.
We're gonna see him. We're gonna see him in some finals.
Approaching a minute to go here in a second. And Andrews gets in on a leg.
You could see the difference in the maturity, though.
Right.
In the
53 to go. McAvoy flattens him out, but only for a moment. And we're going to get a stalemate.
Coach Layfield not happy with that call.
With the stalemate call.
He's saying, explain yourself. Referee says, we're going.
Yeah, shot by McAvoy, and deep this time.
Deep shot, wow.
And gets the takedown.
If they were heavyweights, they would have been off the mat.
Well, we all would have bounced off the floor, too. 14 to go here. McAvoy's a big takedown as Andrews will have choice in the third.
Huge takedown to ice that period.
And looking for some backs here. And as we'll move to the third period.
Yeah, no backs. Choice Andrews. I think Andrews is still shaking up a little bit from that headbutt.
He's going to go to his feet also.
Yeah, he's lucky he's had that mouthpiece in.
Underway in the third. 2-0 lead for Alex McAvoy of Caesar Rodney. Shot by Andrews. McAvoy throws it by.
McAvoy's had a really good pace this whole match. Chain wrestling real nice. Scored his points to end the second period. So Andrews didn't have a chance to escape.
Right, to score again. Tries to go to a single with a Russian. McAvoy stuffs it. Sprawls has him in a front headlock.
Yeah, that's something that kind of comes with age too, like being patient and stuffing things like that.
And a takedown for McAvoy.
Yeah. That all kind of stemmed from that.
If you remember last year, Scott, Caesar Rodney won the conference tournament without a champion.
Oh, I remember. Yeah,
Right.
McAvoy was second.
Right, so looking to get one here tonight.
Does Sierra have a chance to? Can they get enough points or
I don't
no?
think so.
They need 40.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
They're 44 behind. How many you get for?
So you're asking me tough questions now.
I think you get 4 for a
You get
championship.
4 to move up.
Yeah.
And then your bonus.
Yeah. So they can only get
Yeah,
16.
I think they're stuck at 30.
Yeah.
30 to go here. And Andrew's going to get the reversal.
I don't know. He's still got that. Yeah, he got it now.
There he has it now. With 17 to go.
That makes it 4-2 with 10 seconds left. Andrew's going to have to turn him. He cuts him. That's 5-2.
So the Riders crown a champion in Alex McAvoy. He's your 106-pound conference champ.
So 3 matches left, and the Riders have guys in each of the 3.
Right.
So we'll see if they can finish strong here. This is going to be a tough one. You got Malachi Stratton from Sussex Central.
There's Malachi Stratton, defending state champ, sophomore, number 1 seed, 47-4, up against Cole Moffitt, a sophomore, 2nd seed, 36-10 for the Riders.
Stratton also placed at the Beast this year, had a great tournament. Got to watch him there quite a bit. Yeah, we thought for a while maybe he was going to go to Indian River, right?
That's where he's from, and they choiced up to
And they
Sussex
choiced,
Central.
which you can do. So here we go. The rest of the place winners at 113 pounds. Cale Baker 14-8 in the 3rd place match over Coates of Smyrna. A little bit of a surprise, but both those guys advanced to state. Short from Woodbridge with a 9-1 victory over Messica Laurel in the 5th, 6th place match. And Lloyd of Polytech knocks off Sharkey 18-2 of Milford in the 7th, 8th place match. So those are your top 7. 8 for Henlopen Conference, 113.
So here we go, Malachi Stratton and Cole Moffitt.
Stratton just really kind of born to wrestle. I mean, just
Right.
an incredible
Older brother was
talent.
a 2-time state champ.
Yeah, just comes from a family of really tough wrestlers.
And Stratton with the early takedown.
He's been a joy really to watch for the for the years we've seen him.
Came around my club around 5 years old with his older brother. And we're out of bounds. Minute 19 on the restart. Stratton in the blue and gold,
And Stratton
and Moffitt in the white and gold.
47-4 on the year. Wow. He might hit 100 wins as a sophomore.
That's right. And escape for Moffitt. 2-1. Oh, Moffitt in on a shot.
Great shot by Moffitt.
But look
Quick
at the-
reaction and hips. Goodness gracious.
And out of bounds. These two like cats.
Great shot by Moffitt. Incredible reflexes by Stratton.
Double leg from his knees.
Yeah, Stratton might smell
takedown.
blood here.
This Caesarati lineup returns a lot of, they're going to return 5 conference finalists. Very young team in the lower weights.
And Sierra really had a great year this year, and they were in the semis of the duels.
Sussex Central as well. They're very young down low.
Yeah. They have Decker, Stratton,
Murray,
Cordry.
Savage. Yeah.
They'll
But
all be
the
back.
Riders able to get all 5 of their first 5 in the finals tonight. And it was the strength of their dual meet team. It was those lower weights.
Yeah, and I just think, they kind of had really one bad match.
Right. And time runs out in the first. 4-1 lead for Malachi Stratton. And he'll take the bottom position.
We need the 106-pound place winners to be awards area. 106-pound place winners. to be
Underway
awards
in the
area.
second. Stratton rises to his feet. Big mat return by Moffitt.
Receiving wrestler ballots that have not been picked up. I know we have some matches left, but please make sure you stop by and grab a blank ballot.
Moffitt putting together a decent little ride
Decent
here.
half, yeah.
That's a tight half. That's deep.
Stratton fighting
Man,
it off.
Stratton's strong. Goodness gracious. Yeah. That's about as deep a half as you're
Right.
going to see.
I don't think Moffitt knows he's supposed to lose this match, Scott.
I mean, if he would have turned him with that,
Right.
he would have known something was going on. I can't believe he didn't turn him with
I
that.
know. Stratton's
Stratton's
you're either
just-
going to break it off
Wow.
because you're not turning me.
Man, oh man. He got it again? No.
Got a little underhook there.
Yeah, we were just saying Moffitt's putting together a good ride. And this thing's a deep half. Kind of
Nobody's really challenged Stratton in the state this year. He's just kind of blown through 113.
Yeah. I mean, Moffitt's not backing down. He's down 4-1, 5-1 now.
Skate by Stratton.
Moffitt's a big 113-pounder.
They're actually a cousin to Robbie Rosser, 2-time state champion at Milford.
Yeah, the family ties run deep. I mean, the Stratton family is
His brother was state champ.
two-timer or one-timer?
Two-time.
Two-timer, yeah.
Shot in by
Rashid,
Stratton
yeah.
20 seconds ago.
Moffitt's wrestling a good match. I mean, he is down 5-1, but Stratton has just dominated so much this year that,
Right.
a 4-point match, it seems like, he's not wrestling, he's not wrestling terrible against him. But
And we're going to go back to our feet. Shot, explosive shot by
Wow.
Stratton. Gets in on both legs. Moffitt able to catch a leg on the way down.
see a lot of coaches screaming a lot of different things
Right,
in the
right.
stands, and you think they're really just yelling for themselves. You can't hear anything out there, right?
Right.
All you hear is wah, wah, wah,
Yeah,
wah.
try to lock in on one voice.
Yeah, it's tough. The thing is, a lot of wrestlers know the same moves, so when you're yelling it, then they do it, you think, oh, they listen to me. They
Right.
didn't. They were just doing it. They didn't hear you.
5-1, minute to go here in the third period.
It's been an exciting match, even though it's 4 points.
Right. There's been a lot of action in this match.
I mean, Moffitt did not back down from Stratton. That was about the slowest high crotch I've seen.
Right.
Slow motion.
Especially from Matt Malachi.
Yeah, I mean, that was more like a misdirection.
1:28 to go.
He's going to pick up some points late here. Oh, man, is he strong. Watch that arm. Man.
Under 10 to go here. And Malachi Stratton looks like he's going to repeat as a conference champion.
He's looking to pick up his second as a sophomore.
#1 ranked Western State, ranked in the nation at 22.
He's probably not super happy with his performance, but that happens sometimes when you're at that level.
Right.
You're not always going to be, super dominant, but yeah, he's not super stoked about his performance,
He's leaving.
But he wins his second conference title and maintains his top seed in the state and moves on.
We're going to see our first Milford Buccaneer coming up here, Scott.
That's right, Vincent Jenkins.
Vincent Jenkins, he's the #3 seed. He's 26-5. And he's going up against the other twin from Cesar Rodney, Nick Moore, freshman, the #1 seed, 33-10.
Yeah, and he's our fourth freshman.
Right.
And Jenkins was in the finals last year. So in third place, Miller Hall, 11-5, knocks off Murray of Sussex Central. In the fifth, sixth place match, Smith of Laurel knocks off Max Meadows of Cape Henlopen. Those are your top six. In the seventh, eighth place match, Pursunis of Sussex Tech knocks off McManus of Indian River in a medical forfeit. So those are your top 8 in the Henlopen Conference 120. And this is our second to last match of the night.
So here we go. 120 about to get underway.
34-10 season record. Five-time PA State qualifier, Milford Invitational champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Moore.
So here comes Nick Moore, twin brother to Nathan, finished second at 132.
He's a big 120-pounder.
He is. I went, I went around the schools to get pictures of these guys ahead of time, and I took their picture and I had to send them to my son and said, "Who's who?" They're identical.
Oh, they are, huh? Yeah.
I guess I could have used the same picture. I mean,
yeah, right. They would have known that.
Yeah, any of them and their parents would have known.
So this is Jenkins' second appearance.
Right, lost to Murray last year. Murray finished third. Or did he finish third?
He finished fourth. Miller Hall knocked him off 11-5. Every year's different.
Right. Reattack by Jenkins.
Yeah, Nick Moore with a little different of a style than Nate Moore.
Right.
Continuation of action. Coach Buxton says, "I got it." Referee Buxton says.
Right.
Yeah, thinking about it, Cesar Rodney's going to have a nice core coming back next year.
All right.
Said five conference.
Five finalists, or 4 of the finalists will be back.
That's pretty good. That's a good start.
Right. I think they only really graduate 4, maybe 5. 43 seconds to go here on the restart. No score yet.
Milford a little bit of an off year this year. They have one guy in the finals.
Now, this was the match last year where the internet went out on us.
That's
oh,
right.
with the ankle pick. And
Great.
Gets the takedown.
Great ankle pick. Yeah, Milford stacked the last couple years, with Toady and
Right.
quite a few guys winning state titles or multiple state titles. Grant.
Moore looking to ride this out, take a 2-0 lead into the second period. And it's going to end 2-0 in the first. And Jenkins wins the toss. And it's going to go neutral.
It's a bold move.
Mm-hmm. He got in on one shot. Just, again, Moore hard to score on, hard to finish. Moved here over the summer from the Bald Eagle area. Some great wrestling out there in Western Central PA.
Man, that's the epicenter. One of the hot spots, Lock Haven, Bald Eagle area, Mountain Central, Penn State.
Imagine Coach Trey Mitchell wondering if they have any friends.
Cousins.
Hey, you got relatives?
Sister, whatever.
Right.
We'll take whatever.
They do have a sister.
Yeah. Oh, do they? Yeah. That's how Jack Cody's sister got wrestling. Right. Went to so many practices. Was finally like, whatever, man. I might as well give us a shot. Yeah, I was there over the summer one time.
Oh, outside carry.
Oh, nice.
Gets the takedown. I think he resented that stall call over there.
Yeah, so Jenkins down by 5, so he's got to put together a little something here.
This weight class, Eddie Radke of Caravel at the top of it, the 2-time state champ, just a sophomore. But Moore had a decent match with him in the duel. I mean, I think Radke won by 6. And there was just some here and there. Is that, you know, I mean, Radke's going to be a tough guy to come back and beat.
I like what I've seen out of these Moore twins, though, this year. Real impressed by them. They have that central Pennsylvania vibe to them.
Right. I tell you what, they don't have much to say.
I like that. They let their wrestling speak for them.
That's right. .25 to go now. Jenkins gets the stall call. Man, that kid's like Houdini.
It's
Jenkins looked like he was about to get a reversal, and so Moore will take bottom. He leads 5-0.
usually twins are 2 weight classes, like 1 weight class
Well,
apart.
you got Copes in the middle of them.
Yeah, so he didn't have a choice.
And another reversal by Moore. He goes up 7-0.
So is Nick not quite 132 then?
He is now. He's like walks around at 132.
He grew into it, yeah.
And I think they both probably would like to have been 126, but
Yeah,
when you have Trevor Copes in the line.
I know, that's how it goes. Somebody cuts, somebody goes up.
That's right. Both of them did make appearances at 26 during the season.
The Bonomo twins, who won 3 national titles. I went to college. They coached at college with me. Their dad told them who was going what weight.
Right.
No
7-0 lead for Nick Moore. Got a deep half in.
Real deep.
And one thing, Nick during the year, Scott, has become a pinner for the Riders.
I mean, he's put together a workman-like victory here. I mean, really, against a really solid opponent and upperclassman.
Conference finalist, senior.
Yeah, I mean, really an excellent job.
40 to go here.
Yeah, I'm super impressed by his performance here. And You know, Jenkins is an experienced guy, and he'll be back ready for next week.
In his home gym.
And the top placers will be moving on to Cape Henlopen next weekend for the individual state championships.
Under 10 to go here. It looks like Nick Moore is going to be a conference champ as a freshman.
Yeah, the future looks bright for the Caesar Rodney Riders.
And Nick Moore is your 2023 120-pound Henlopen Conference champion.
Yeah, now the move is to 126 pounds.
Our final match of the night. And here are our competitors. He's a sophomore, two-time state finalist and #1 seed, 37-8, Trevor Copes from Caesar Rodney. And he's up against Quantez Watkins, a senior from Smyrna, 32-10, the #2 seed. These two have wins over each other this season.
Yeah, and this is a match that we were excited to see. We circled this one on the calendar the last time they wrestled and said we're going to see him again.
Rounding out this evening at 126 pounds, senior from Smyrna with a 32-10 season record, two-time state place winner, two-time 2022 Henlopen Conference champion, and a third-place finish in 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, Quantez Watkins.
So the team score right now, Cape Henlopen 256, Sussex Central 252, Caesar Rodney 218, Smyrna 174, and Laurel 5th at 122. So I think that wraps it up for Cape Henlopen since neither them or Central has one. Caesar Rodney has the one left, Trevor Copes at. So they're 30 away, so looks like they're going to finish in third.
There we go, folks. Buckle your seatbelts. These two will go at it. Third, this is their fourth matchup of the season.
Our outstanding wrestler. We have multiple coaches that have not picked up a ballot sheet.
Yeah, and the third placer in this weight class, Cordry from Sussex Central, knocks off Baker from Cape Henlopen.
Copes in on a shot. Subs up. Looking to isolate the hip. Trying to funk through. I told you these two would get after it.
Yeah, in college, that would be two for the danger.
Right.
Gibbons plays 5th. Sharkey 7th. Wow. Staying on the funk is Watkins. Cope's not giving it up. He's got to reach back, right? There you go. A little bit of cross face, clear that.
And takedown for Copes. With these two, the first takedown is so important, or the first score, because whoever scored first with these two has won the match.
And that really sets the tone.
Right.
So after this, we're gonna have to talk about OW.
Right. Right now I've got 3 candidates, even actually
Three,
4.
four.
Possibly 4.
Well, you could have the winner of this.
Right. That's possibly 4. And that's going to be 2 back for Copes.
That's a quick 2. There's another one. No. So you got a claw on the waist.
Yeah.
You got to be long and strong to pull that off. 16 seconds left. Copes up 4-0. Just as easily could have been up 8-0.
Right. I'm not sure why they weren't counting there.
Yeah. He had the 1 and the 1 count.
4-0 lead for Trevor Copes with 9 seconds to go in the period. And that's going to be the end of the first period, and we'll move to.
Great first period by Copes.
And Aaron Harris don't want an explanation.
I mean, I was thinking CR wanted an explanation of why it wasn't
Right.
more back.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that.
Watkins is going to go bottom.
I wasn't sure what Coach Harris was asking.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe telling him something to watch for something.
Don't forget you wrestle for Smyrna.
No, you wrestle for William Penn.
Oh, that's right,
Coach
William
for
Penn.
Smyrna.
Yeah. Coach is Smyrna, that's right.
Caution on Coach. And we're underway. And we're going to go out of bounds. Coach still in control.
I think referee Buxton thought it was one. but
Right. Now, the rule was supposed to be hand around the back.
He had it. I mean,
He almost had a bear hug.
he's asking him to confer. Yeah, he had the neutral.
And Krieger's going to stick with his call. And another thing, you don't rattle Kenny Krieger.
No, dude. I've watched him throughout his, career, wrestle, coach, and ref, and he's done a really good job. I mean, he did a good job at all the different aspects of the sport, but he's done a really good job reffing.
Also a veteran. Oh, big mat return by Copes.
Cope's really wrestling a great match. I mean, you can't really. His game plan is pretty impeccable here. He's up 4-0 with a minute 15 left in the second.
And choice in the third. Look at the hand fight.
Wow. What great balance. Both Copes' older brothers wrestled.
All right. His brother Gage is in the corner over here to our left.
Call that the secondary corner.
Right.
His mom and
Right behind
brother
us.
cheering him on. His brother Avery wrestled also
Right. State finalist last year.
with a broken wrist,
Yes.
arm.
And gives the free release, 4-1. Coops, conference runner-up last year to Gabe Giampitro, the state's outstanding wrestler.
And they wrestled 3 times last year.
Right?
Not much you can do with Giampitro.
No.
He's all at Drexel now wrestling.
Right.
Working on adjusting to the D1 grind.
Coach just does not stop. Stingy. Move to the third. Coach choice. He's going to take bottom with a 4-1 lead.
Yeah, Watkins really with an excellent career. 2 years at
I like
Denver.
Quantez Watkins. Every time I walk into a gym, he's got a smile on his face and wants to
Yeah.
shake my hand and talk.
Good kid, hard wrestler, hard worker. I think he sat out half a year, maybe.
Could have, yeah.
When he transferred. But
And there's going to be the release, and Copes goes up 5-1.
yeah, he's had an excellent career.
Third place last year at 100 and I think it was this weight, 126.
Yeah, because 126 is the same last year. Same.
Yeah, except for Copes bumped up.
Yeah.
Snapped up by Copes, goes behind, gets the, not yet, and gets the takedown. After this match, Scott and I we won't collide heads. We'll put our heads together, collectively come up with
Near each other.
Yeah,
The heads
yeah.
will be near each other.
with an OW. Oh.
I'm saying that one knee was in.
And 2 more back. Coach goes up 9-1. Big lift, mat return, drops to the ankle, and gives the release.
And that makes it 9-2.
With under a minute to go.
Great shot. Be nice to finish this for him. Watkins wants to stuff it and score with some momentum in case they see each other next
Right.
weekend.
This, I don't know, this should put Coach 1 next week. We'll have to see what these algorithm says.
Yeah, well, don't trust that thing. I mean, you still got Cam Davis.
Well, Davis got beat today.
Oh, he got knocked off today.
Yeah, by Pratt from Tower Hill, who doesn't have a lot of 126-pound matches. And go behind by Watkins, gets 2. But not going to be enough. Your 126-pound Henlopen Conference champ, Trevor Copes, and this is the respect these two have for each other.
Yeah, good match. Great match by the 2 young men.
So we're going to take a commercial timeout. We'll come back with our outstanding wrestler. We'll be right back here on Delaware Live Sports.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and limestone barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate.
And welcome back to Delaware Live Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell. We have 2 outstanding wrestlers tonight on our program. Here's the first one, Joseph Baynard. Joseph Baynard, freshman conference champion. Talk about your match tonight.
It was the hardest match I ever wrestled. Honestly, I just had to wrestle smart, and it was a tough match. My opponent, he really put it on me. I ain't even gonna lie. And I'm just thankful for the coaches that coached me through the entire match. I wouldn't have been able to win without them, and I'm just thankful for them.
Okay, and you're a conference champ as a freshman, and you took on a quality opponent. You're not even in the rankings, but you're going to be probably one of the top 5 guys in the state when they do the seeding. What do you think about next weekend?
Feels good. Feels good. I expect to wrestle good, and hopefully I feel better.
All right, I want to thank you. One of our co-outstanding wrestlers for the night, Joseph Baynard. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
And in a second, we'll have our co-outstanding wrestler. So we have 2 outstanding wrestlers tonight, and here's the second one. Trevor Copes gets the win. A guy you've battled over the last 2 years. But we went with Baynard as the freshman. We want you winning probably the toughest weight class in the state tonight. Talk about your match.
Well, going in, I know I had to do what I need to do. Stay in good position, don't give up nothing, wrestle my match. Last time we wrestled his match. This time we wrestled my match. And see the outcome.
Well, we've talked before about your offense,
yes,
and
sir.
when you can get on your offense. And every time you 2 wrestle, whoever scores first
normally wins
that match.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean,
the back points tonight. You put him on his back, what, 3 times?
Yeah, I was at Hammers practice Thursday, which is funny. Me and Tony were working on just getting back points, being stingy on top, not letting them up. So I like being on my feet, but me and Tony been working, me and my coach been working on not giving up so many, like not letting people up so much and being stingy on top and trying to get a turn and work some points.
Caesar Rodney, the first 5 guys in your lineup were in the finals tonight. That must just be a heck of a workout group.
Yes, sir. We all work in a group of 3. We always switch partners every day. I work with everybody. Some days if I want hard work, I go with Alex, I go with Darby. Sometimes if I need that technical work, I go with the twins if I need to. Or if anything, I work with my coach, anything to get better.
This is your first conference title. Without a doubt, 26, the deepest, toughest weight class in the state. We'll see what the seedings mean when they come out, but you should be like a 1. I'm thinking you're going to be a 1.
Should be.
With Pratt winning today. What's your focus going into next week, starting with Monday?
Starting with Monday, I'm going to go into practice, start working hard, make sure I get my weight down starting Monday so I don't have to worry about that, get that out the way, and worry about just wrestling, staying in a good position, working moves on top. Like I said, being stingy, not letting people up so much. And on bottom, just working to keep moving on bottom just to get up and get out.
Congratulations, Trevor Copes, the 2023 Henlopen Conference 126-pound conference champ. And, hey, we're going to look forward to seeing you again next week.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. That's a wrap from Milford High School. For Scott Kammerer, Kristen Mitchell, Ethan Minshaw, I'm Benny Mitchell. We'll be on the finals with track wrestling next week. Will be the call with me and Scott Kammerer. Also want to thank Scott Kammerer for being here tonight. That's a wrap from Milford. Have a good night.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home. The things that matter most happen right in our own